Now let's start the program in earnest, and we're going to be looking at managing floods, and we're going to zero in on the situation in Benue.
I thought you were going to respond to the tweets. We have some tweets coming before we go into the conversation.
So just very quickly, just before we get into that conversation, Olutope says, public institutions here are not responsible to us. They are seemingly just budget implementing outfits. Most of our leaders enjoy military model to do things, and we all have to fall for it by not challenging them.
Okay.
Festus says, please let Alero tell us how agreement made when oil was $120 a barrel will be met now that oil is $50.
So has the government called them back to the table and explained anything to them? That's what I'm saying about talking to the people. Okay, we can't afford it anymore. We need to rejig this agreement. Let's look at this way. Let's look at this way. But nothing is said to anybody.
Okay. But see,
that's my response, Mr. Akimboewa.
Okay, I will respond to this one. It says, it's amazing how we want government to do everything in a country where less than 5% pay taxes. I do remember how my mother would say, we're paying our tax, and my mother will go and pay her tax. And then we used to see that our taxes were used for the road, so you know that your tax is the one paying for the road, your tax is paying for the water that's running through your pipes. So if 5%
because in those days, water was free.
If 5% pay tax, and the tax is utilized, and the people are informed, are spoken to, which is back to the same thing now, communication. Talk to the people you're leading. This is what we've done, this is what we are doing, and this is what we hope to do with your taxpayers' money. Then the people will understand that, okay, my tax is working, and I can afford to pay more. And I can also tell Alero, hopefully, I know you do pay your tax. Alero, you've not been paying tax. Come and pay your tax. See what my own tax money is doing. Communication. Okay.
End of story.
For now.
Yes, Benue floods. Devastating floods in Benue State have displaced over 90,000 people and destroyed property worth millions of naira. This mainly around the state capital, Makurdi, and areas worst hit by the flood are Media Village, Achusa, Welfare Quarters Extension, Niman Layout, Wadata, Urukum, and Naka Road, among others. So what is the reason for this kind of unprecedented flooding in Benue State and in other parts of the country for that matter? Because we heard about floods also in Kaduna State in the course of this week, not to mention the one that was in Lagos 2 months ago. So what is going on? This is what we're going to be looking at today, and it's my pleasure to welcome the Commissioner for Information in Benue State, Mr. Lawrence Onoja. Good morning.
Morning.
Good to have you in the studio live as opposed to talking to you via Skype.
Like the last time?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And we also have Dr. Telumun Utsev, who is Commissioner for the Environment in Benue State. Good morning.
Thank you. Commissioner for Water Resources and Environment.
Water Resources and Environment.
Yes.
Okay.
Very apt.
And we also have an environmentalist in the studio with us, Dr. Newton Jibuno.
Thank you.
Well, everybody knows you as the man who crossed the Sahara twice.
No, 4 times now.
Oh, 4?
Yes. Yes.
How remiss of me. Thank
4
you.
times, yes. I've done it both ways, going from Europe to Nigeria and Nigeria back to Europe twice. That's 4 times.
Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Now, let me start with the Commissioner for Water Resources and the Environment. This is not the first time that the first rainy season that Benue is experiencing flooding. How is it that the flooding of this year is probably the worst that you've had so far? So all those years you've been having those floodings, did you not do anything about it?
Okay. Thank you so much, my sister.